there's so much being revealed in every moment about presence, about what takes us out of presence, about how we are allowing ourselves to be distracted from our connection. And I feel as though it's time now to become so steadfastly anchored in presence that nothing shakes you from connection anymore. That you're able to remain in presence all the time. And so I just want to invite you all to begin to become aware of some of the following things. The first is interference, and I want to clarify what that means. You are in your highest light, you're in joy, you're in love, you're positive about life, you're in possibility, and then boom, a friend calls you. A family member shows up and starts arguing with you. Lo and behold, something happens in your reality that shifts you out of presence immediately. How many of you have had those experiences? And if it doesn't happen immediately from a friend or a family member, it happens at work. And it's always the very moment you get to a place of expansion is the very moment that lo and behold, somebody shows up every single time, and then you're snapped out of it. So, the reason why this is happening is because you still have an attachment to people. And I want to clarify what the word attachment means. When Celeste was going through everything in the hospital, my suffering was becoming louder and louder and louder and more excruciating because I had an attachment to her living. Sounds weird, but bear with me. My attachment to her living was creating so much suffering in me, until eventually one day I just couldn't take it anymore. And I had to hand her over to God. Having an attachment to people is believing in some way, shape or form that we, on the individual level, somehow know better than what that soul has chosen, and in some way we are second guessing the profound nature of that soul's journey. Just bear with me, I know this is a hard one. So what we have to do at some point is surrender everyone in our lives over to God, because so many of you are burdening a responsibility right now that isn't yours to burden. You've taken on the responsibility, and for some of you this responsibility was taken on at a very early age. Yeah, somebody in your life was sick, somebody in your life was hurting, somebody in your life was struggling, and you took it upon yourself to be responsible for that person. Okay? And this is how the interference enters your life. Through attachments. And think about that word, attachments. Okay? Think about that word. Alright. Then, the second thing. The second thing is that some of you are still unable to move on from choices or decisions that you made in the past that you are still punishing yourself for. So you're still living in this notion that you don't deserve to be in presence, that you don't deserve to live a great life, that you don't deserve to be happy, that you don't deserve to live in your natural state of being. So either you have an attachment to somebody because you have taken on a responsibility that isn't yours, or Or you've been unable to move on from something from the past that you feel guilty or ashamed about.